served in a broth with fennel and garlic and a little bit of orange peel and saffron to get this rich, beautiful broth. It's delicate. And then we finish it with olive oil and fresh herbs and a little bit of butter. Pour it over the seafood, which also in that dish there's baby carrots and leeks along with the fennel. So it's a light, healthy, delicious dish with tons of.
My name's Keith Fritz. I'm from the country of Louisiana. I'm representing Louisiana, the Great American Seafood Cook-Off. Today my dish is going to be a Louisiana black drum. I'm going to bronze it. It's served over a Gulf shrimp and farmer's market hot soup with a flip of black eyed peas and a steamed spinach vinegar. Our secret techniques are keeping it simple, let the seafood speak for itself, and we just go from there and let that dictate what we do.
Hi, my name is Jack Gilmore from Texas, Austin, Texas. And we're doing shrimp three-way. We're going to honor great state of Texas Gulf shrimp, brown shrimp.
We're going to approach the whole concept of doing head to tail. So we use every part of the shrimp. Secret weapon today is having fun. That's it. That's it. That's it.
The toughest knife ready competitor is the last few minutes as they put the finishing touches on 8 world-class seafood dishes.
3, 2, 1.
Time is critical, and it really comes down to seconds. Emotions run high as they make their presentations to the judges.
What you have before you is a maple poached Maine lobster tail with a sweet potato and Fuji apple bits, and a newer product that we have called Fitted Maine, a sugar cone that's been marinated and put in the poached liquid with apple cider vinegar and a little bit of Tabasco.
Try a little milk. It doesn't smell like seaweed. It's chewy like seaweed, but the flavor is much milder. So, interesting. Maine kelp. Who knew?
This was interesting. I think she played with the sweetness and more sweetness.
I feel like I finished like 30 seconds too soon, but better than being late.
Presentations can differ quite a bit, as we see between Maine and Mississippi's performances.
Mississippi! Everybody just talking about the chef dance. That was the reason that we did in our kitchen. We have fun. So the chef dance go like, 1, 2. Just like that.
I love the presentation. I love how much they're passionate. They're enjoying what they're doing. They're doing working together, and I feel like it comes through in their dish and how they present what they've created. And I thought it was really fun. I think the dish is really fun, and I'm bullish. I'm bullish on this.
The palate cleanser was brilliant. Brilliant. He's right. We've tasted a lot of different seafood, such as the palate for this, which is really delicious, very island kind of inspired.
The survey what we put was something that no other chef do. Something to cleanse their palate and then get right down to business with all fish. You know what I mean? So I think we do pretty well.
Louisiana's presentation is simple and stresses family fun.
Today we have a bronze Louisiana black drum. We served over a Gulf shrimp and farmer's market hot shoe.
We call this one the Sunday supper. Our daughter calls dinner supper, and this is definitely something that we would have in our house.
Please enjoy it. Thank you.
I love black eyed peas, and it's just very southern and sort of, native to Louisiana, but it's still light.
I like the condition of the dish. I think it's representing the needs to be well.
Colorful, pretty. I love all the vegetables. The dish is delicious. It's spicy in like the perfect way.
I'm that's the Florida. What you have in front of you is my interpretation of a Spanish influenced Florida dish.
The shrimp is really good. I haven't really gotten to that much of the seafood yet, but it's nice to see an avocado as well. I haven't seen one yet. It's delicious. And it tastes as good as it looks. That's the perfect way to sort of say it.
How'd I do? I think we did great.
seafood items, domestic.
My name is James White. Great to have you, Kansas. And today we are serving you what I appropriately call whisper fish, but it's our version of fish and chips.
I love that chips are being incorporated. It's like an old idea, kind of modernizing it.
I think we did okay. Hopefully they enjoyed the food. We'll see what happens.
My name is David Gadesky. I'm from North Carolina. My sous chef Joe Labrazo and I created this wonderful dish for you. Everything that you're about to consume was either caught in North Carolina or grown in the North Carolina Executive Mansion. You've probably made this dish 30 times in reality, and when it gets to competition time, you know, the ovens are new, the burners are new, and everybody wants to ask you a couple of questions, so it takes up a little time, you know? But the most important thing is we put out a great product. We're very satisfied with what we did. We got done on time, made a great presentation. I think our dish looks wonderful.
If you had to, could you eat 16 dishes in 4 hours? Well, our judges are asked to do just that. How do they do it? And what exactly are they looking for?
Same criteria that I think you would use if you're just going out to eat. You know, is it hot? Does it look good? Is it sensible? And, so far, all the stuff is really good.
I should have paced myself better, but I will make it. I promise you that. I came out strong, and now I'm slowing. I'm going to pick up my pace a little bit.
You're judging on so many different aspects with creativity and presentation that every chef excels in at least one of those areas. So it'll be a challenge. We'll come up with a winner.
I'm Ron Ruggles. I'm Southwest Editor for Nation's Restaurant News. And the competition today was amazing. They really blew me out of the water. 16 chefs from Maine to Alaska to Hawaii. It's just a complete encyclopedia of fishing and cooking in the U.S.
Everybody is doing such different things. It's the second we think that we've seen everything. There's something else that's like totally, unbreakable. And just to see everyone's variety and the ingredients where they all came from, they obviously put a lot of thought into it.
It's a real luxury to be a judge. You think about it, a lot of these states have cook-offs with good luck. So they're competing against the best chefs in their state to qualify to get here, but they've done it doesn't qualify. So the crop of chefs we had this year was the best one we've ever had. The level of expertise keeps getting higher and higher. The plates, the judges, what the judges have to judge, get higher and higher. This is the preeminent seafood competition in the United States.
The presentations are over, and everyone waits for the decision on who will be the next king or queen of American seafood. The top competitors are Louisiana's Keith Brands. His simple yet elegant techniques used on his Louisiana Seafood Sunday Supper turned heads. Texas chef Jack Gilmore tempted the judges with his Gulf shrimp 3 ways, utilizing every piece of the shrimp head to tail. Oregon's Chinook salmon and butter clams propelled Chef Gregory Gourdet into the finalists in this very close competition. The only woman in the event, Maine's Melissa Bouchard, made a strong showing with her favorite butter poached lobster. And Alaska's Chris Vane surged to be one of the judges' favorites with his wild Alaskan king salmon pinwheels. The votes are tallied as the chefs wait anxiously for the results.
Third place chef Jack Gilmore from Texas. Come on, chef. Where's the trophy?
It feels great. I was so honored to be here, just be chosen to be here, and compete with all these great chefs, and promoting great seafood is an honor.
Second place is Chef Keith Price from Louisiana. Keep it feeling. Come on up.
I think we're still in shock. There was not a competition, and second place was a win for us.
Dang it!
Number 1, the king or queen of American seafood is Chef Gregory Gourdet from Oregon. Seafood goes on first place. Woo!
And today they really happy to represent the state of Oregon in this amazing competition. Everybody here is an awesome wrestling ring now, so we're just happy to promote seafood, happy to be in Orleans, happy to be from Oregon. Thank you.
And Oregon's Gregory Gourdet is the winner. Chinook salmon, buttered clams, and porcini took the day. Chef Gregory will travel the country as spokesman for the seafood industry until next year and the next Great American Seafood Program. To purchase a copy of this program, call 1-800-973-7246 or go online to www.lpp.org. Funding for this program provided in part by NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. From severe weather forecast and fisheries management to ocean exploration and climate research, NOAA's products and services help to serve people around the world. And by the Foundation for Excellence in Louisiana Public Broadcasting. Our mission is to tell Louisiana's story to the world.
Watch as this dynamic duo cooks your favorite dishes. Capril and John's Kitchen, next on Create.
Hi, I'm Kevin O'Connor. On Create TV, you'll find your favorite episodes of Ask This Old House. But that's not all. There are many other programs here on Create where you can get answers to all your little questions. If you're looking for trusted information from experts, you're come to the right place. Get the inspiration and knowledge you need to improve your house right here on Create.
Home improvement with the experts on Create.
On Chef John Besh's family table, the award-winning Louisiana chef invites you into his kitchen on the farm to assemble some of his favorite meals he cooks at home. From imaginative dishes to meals for special gatherings and kid-friendly learning, Chef John Besh brings delicious homemade food back to the family table. Explore the culinary riches of South Louisiana on Chef John Besh's family table.
Simple secrets for delicious dinners every day on Create.
Yum, yum, yum. Sarah's weeknight meals is back. More food.
Wow, there's wine in there. So get
Don't want to waste that. That's where it could go.
More friends. More fun.
This is a very good thing to do after that day in the office.
So join me in the kitchen for all new episodes of Sarah's Weeknight Home.
Learn how to prepare timeless dishes in no time on Create.
Can't get enough Create? You can go online to shopcreate.com and buy books, DVDs, and more from your favorite Create hosts and programs. From home improvement, travel, cooking, and gardening, it's in the bag at shopcreate.com.
You can do it yourself at createtv.com. Find the latest schedules and recipes. Learn helpful tips from your favorite hosts and shows. Or do some shopping. Inspiration is just a click away online at createtv.com. Cheese is one of those foods that's supposed to savor, and that's easy to do with these rich varieties.
The cheese
company where these rich, handcrafted cheeses are made. Then we'll take them back to the kitchen to create a pizza with arugula, raw milk Gouda, and an egg.
My potatoes with fontina.
National funding for Imperial John's Kitchen provided by Travel Oregon. Travel information is available at traveloregon.com.
And by Daycor, ranges from all others, cooktops, dishwashers, and Updo grills for discerning cooks. Available nationwide at select dealers and showrooms. Daycor. And Chew Cutlery, Chew by Thai USA Limited. Cutlery for the ultimate kitchen connoisseur, available at fine cutlery and kitchen stores. And by Air Bureau Northwest.
Hi, welcome to Gabriel and John's Kitchen. I'm Gabriel.
And I'm John.
And today we're working with some great cheeses from the Willamette Valley.
Right? And what we're going to use these cheeses on is pizza.
And potatoes. Two of our favorite things. These cheeses are made by a young couple down in Salem, and they are so good.
They make their own cheeses, and plus the cheese that they use is made from their own cows. Yeah, the cows don't actually make the cheese, but it's milk from the cows make the cheese, and they make the cheese, and that's what we have here today.
Start making the cheese so you're confusing everybody.
What we have going here, though, right now is we have water and the yeast, right?
Right, and you want the water to be about body temperature, about 100 degrees or so.
Yep, it's body temperature.
Put your hand in there. And then we have a little bit of yeast, and then we let that yeast bloom. If you use an instant yeast, which is available, you don't have to bloom it at all. All you can do is just throw the water in, throw the yeast in. You're good to go.
Now, when you put the yeast in there, what happens with like blooming is it'll start getting kind of frothy, right?
It's activated, so it's starting to wake it up, basically, is what it's doing.
If your water's too hot, like about, once you get to about 140 degrees, it can kill the yeast in your bread.
The other thing you want to do is make sure that you watch the date on your yeast and make sure that you rotate it and you don't end up getting yeast that's cool.
Right, start our pizza.
So we have the yeast and the water in there, and then I carefully measure, as you can see, a couple of tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You know, I go like this, oh, that's a tablespoon, oh, that's a tablespoon. It'll be good. Yeah. Then we also put in a little bit of flour to get it started.
Yeah, bread flour in there?
Right, so we want bread flour because we want a little more gluten, and it also helps you stretch the pizza a little bit better, and I think it gives you a better crust. For a long time I used all-purpose, and then I started doing some experimenting with bread flour, and I like it better.
So you add all flour in it.
Yeah, the worst thing you can do is to just take the recipe and just dump all the flour in. Because then you're going to get in trouble.
Right, too much flour, depending on what the day is.
Right. And lately around here it's been very rainy, so you might have to add a little more flour than normal because of how the air has a lot of moisture. So you want to add just a little bit at a time.
So what do you look?
What I wanted to do is, this is going to sound a little strange, but I wanted to clean the sides of the bowl but stick to the bottom. Does that make sense?
I know what you mean.
I want it to still be nice and moist, but also be dry enough that it's not going to be a real pain to scratch.
Now, you want to mix this for a while because you want to activate the flour with the water in there, which will create the gluten.
Right.
Is that correct?
Right.
I don't know why I'm asking if it's correct, but I know this is correct. You want to do that because you want it to get nice and stretchy. And when you take the dough and you pull it apart, you'll see strands in it, and that's showing that the gluten's been activated.
Right, and that also makes it so it's not easy to tear as you're stretching your dough out and making your pizza. And it makes it just much easier to handle.
I don't know if you have another that was back.
And it's all finished. And actually, I might have added just a tiny bit too much flour, but I think it'll still be fine. At least got this.
with a little bit of olive oil, or you can put it in a bowl, kind of round it up, make a seal on there. Let me show that seal. So you take the dough right here, you want to make the seal on it, when you put it in a bowl, you just take it like so, and you round it up like that. What that does is create a seal so the CO2 can grow in there and it's nice and fluffy.
Most of the time I just sort of round it up and I toss it in a bag. If you want to make the dough the day before, you can definitely do it. It'll be good for 3 days in your refrigerator. On the third day, I think it tastes the best, and then after that, it starts to go back down. Well, thank you. So then we have some dough that's been rising for about an hour. You want it to kind of double in volume. And we'll pull it out of the dish. And then what I do is I start to flatten it. Now I like my pizza really nice and thin. And so if I don't get it thin enough just by stretching it, then what I'll do is I'll actually roll it with the rolling pin.
She has a great method when she rolls it out. I think if you watch how this is done, you'll be successful because you're not watching right now. If you go to do it, you're not going to get it as thin as Kathy gets it. And the thin pizzas are the best.
So what I do is I just start to roll, and I kind of let it stick to the board. You know, most of the time you don't want to let things stick to the board, but I do because that's actually helping me to stretch it out. You know, if you're not making pizza every day at a restaurant, stretching it by hand takes a little bit of practice. You usually take your knuckles and just kind of stretch. It's later. I don't want to pick it up off the floor.
It doesn't matter if it's perfectly round or not. That's what makes it look good.
No, so when we taught hands-on pizza classes, it was always so much fun to see what state most pizzas like.
Something that like
So I just keep working the dough, stretching it. I like my pizza.
She likes it really thin too, though.
I mean, it's thin. You can see my fingers through the dough here. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, we can make it look. If you're going to be serious about making pizza at home, you need a pizza peel.
Make sure you get a good amount of flour on there so you won't be able to slide on right to the oven.
Now, a lot of people use cornmeal instead of flour, but my preference is flour because I don't like the flavor of the cornmeal when it burns on the pizza.
Yeah, that's a weird texture to it too. So make sure it slides. It slides. Now the key thing is what you're going to want to do. We're going to tell you not to do is overload the pizza. Everybody wants to make pizza like this thick.
Yeah.
You just need a few ingredients. In France, they have a pizza royale. What they do is they take cream sauce and put it on the pizza. You really don't see that much here.
All right, so we have extra virgin olive oil on the pizza, a little bit of sea salt because I like the crunch of the sea salt, a little bit of chopped garlic. Sometimes I'll put some dried herbs on it. I put it on here. But see, it doesn't have a lot of sauce on it, and even if I put a tomato sauce on this, it's very light.
Right, very thin.
Very thin. Okay, now I put a bunch of things on it. I want to make sure it moves still. That is the thing that people did time and time again at the class is they would load up their pizza and then
get it off the peel.
All right, now we have our wonderful cheese.
What cheese do we have here?
This is a raw milk pita.
What makes it a raw milk?
Well, they use raw milk, not pasteurized milk. And you can do that because the cheese has been aged 60 days.
I see.
So if it's aged 60 days, you can use raw milk.
Now in Europe, they can use it right away, can't they?
Yeah, they have less skirts.
So I went to some of the cheese shops in France. And the first time I went in there, we walked in and for some reason it felt like the cheeses were alive. They were pasteurized, so they were still kind of breathing.
They had them out at room temperature.
They were just walking in there. You could feel this vibe of this cheese. It was amazing. It just sucked you right in. Hundreds and hundreds of different types of cheeses. That was heaven.
Much as I like to put the rest of this cheese on here, we don't, once again, want to overload it. And then I have some fresh arugula that's been washed and spun dry.
We can tear off some basil and throw that on there too. And you just some fresh herbs. The nice thing you do is when you have a lot of friends over, we take some condiments from onions, cheese, nuts, bacon, and they get to make their own pizza.
Yeah, so then you have a dinner party and you have someone else do the work.
Right. You just make the dough.
Yeah. That's all I did the last time for your birthday was that.
So what's next?
All right, so this is going to go in the oven. I have a nice hot oven, and I have it on convection. Now, I have a stone in here, which is really important. If you want good pizza, you have to have a stone. And then, let's see if you can see this. Let me pull this out. There's kind of a little trick. Are you doing good? I got it. There's a little trick to this where you want to kind of have it at an angle like this. You start to kind of shimmy the pizza and pull, and then off it goes. 500 degrees here, nice and hot. That stone's been in there for about an hour and a half so that it gets really, it gets a lot of heat in it.
Right, a nice crust on it. So, next we have, it's a little different. It's a little different. You don't see this on your normal pizza. You go to Europe though, you'll see this.
So what we have, we're going to let the pizza cook, and then towards the very end, this is probably the bigger one, towards the very end, we're going to put an egg in the middle,
right.
And then we're going to let it cook maybe for another 30 seconds or so, and then we're going to crack the egg on the top of it, and it's just going to have that yolks barely cooked. So yummy.
Get a nice creaminess, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's a nice creaminess, and these happen to be the eggs.
These are our eggs from our chickens.
Yeah.
These are from Lucy and Ethel.
The brown ones from
These brown
Lucy
ones
and
right
Ethel.
here. And then the whiter ones are from our French chicken.
Right. Chili came like a great food though. So we're gonna let the pizza cook till it's nice and crispy and golden brown, and then we'll come back and put the egg on it, and then it's just the perfect texture.
It's gonna be beautiful.
It was such a fun day to see the cows. They were so funny.
I know. The important thing about making good cheese is having good cows.
Really good cows, really happy cows, and good milk. The rich western soil and lush fields of the Willamette Valley are home to acres of dairy farms. And we found out good cheese begins with happy cows.
Come on, girls. We recently made friends with some of these cows, their keepers, as this combination farm and cheese company that practices environmental sustainability.
They're grass-fed as much as we can, and the wintertime they do come into the barns.
Pastures and crops are fertilized with nutrient-rich compost, no herbicides or pesticides, and no hormones or antibiotics for these Jersey cows. Their milk is the prime ingredient for the award-winning line of Willamette Valley farmstead cheeses. And Jersey milk's supposed to be the best.
It is, yeah, high fat, high protein content.
I grew up on a dairy farm and worked as an apprentice with Dutch cheese masters in Holland, learning all the tricks of the cheese maker's trade. Now he shares these duties with his wife, Melissa.
What I'm going to do is stick my finger in the curd and check to see the consistency. I want to bring my finger up and encourage it to split like a custard or a jello. That's telling us that's the kind of fat. Very good.
Rod uses these classic European recipes and techniques to create his own flavors.
Yeah. I think you have an experiment here, don't you? We do, yes. In here, I'm scared. This is cheese, though. This is cheese and wine press. We soak our Goudas in there until we get a nice portion of the Pinot inside the cheese.
So it's a drunken Gouda?
It's a drunken Gouda, yeah. There we go, look at that. How long do you leave that in there for? 3 weeks. 3 weeks, yeah. 2 to 3 weeks in the aging room because this cheese is actually formed a rind on it and it's in the aging process now. So.
The result is buttery smooth, mildly fragrant, all natural artisan cheese.
So this is what we made today.
Right.
It's a raw milk cheese. Same recipe, just using raw milk. Basically, the milk does not go over 90 degrees. And the rind is edible. So this one has a lot of flavor. We're not heating the milk, we're not pasteurizing it at all, so you really get a nice raw milk flavor.
I've got like grilled cheese sandwich written all over it.
Perfect.
Alright.